Okay, welcome to episode 2 of Live at the Tobey House. I'm Fred,
I'm Mark.
and I hope you were able to see episode 1. If not, there's one in the can. So after you watch this one, go back on our channel and watch episode 2. And of course, like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff that helps our algorithm. So, Mark, in the last episode, we went to the Hoxie house down the street.
Boy, did we.
Yeah, to kind of, and again, I apologize for the camera work. That was me. To show you what a house in the mid 1600s looked like. And it's really cool because that's what this house looked like back then. So in this episode, Mark, we're going to go through the Tobey house and kind of show you what's been added on over the years and where the original part of the Tobey house is as compared to what the Hoxie house was.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We learned about the Hoxie house and all the things associated with that. I'm excited to take a look at your house and kind of see, what's similar, what's different, kind of what you guys have done.
Yep. So let's start the tour of the Tobey house. Okay, so we're outside of the Tobey house, and to just give you a little perspective, when we were in the Hoxie house and we were showing you the door with the nails in it, that's this door. So this is the front door of the Tobey house. When we went in the Hoxie house, we went in through the back door, just to give you a little perspective. But this was that front door that Becky was showing us that had all the nails. So just to give you a little perspective. And if we back up a little bit, we can see the roof. One of the first things I had to do in 2020 is put a new roof on. I know it looks uneven, but there's a brace underneath, so that's fine. But those are all new cedar shingles as of about 6 years ago.
And that's kind of the style. I've noticed other houses in town that have that, it kind of almost looks wavy, but that's intentional. It's just, it's
just
the frame,
It
right?
is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just nothing in this house is even.
Yeah, there you go.
Floors, walls, ceilings, you name it. It's over 330 years old. So.
Right.
And then you see the big fireplace up in the middle. That powers 5 fireplaces.
Wow.
The big chimney.
So all the different fireplaces kind of feed into that master.
That one, and there's little channels, and it goes up through the top. Yep.
That's very cool.
Yep. So we'll go over here. And you can see what I was talking about in the first episode. We have like a little pond in the back, and that's where all the turtles and the snakes are that come up and do their thing. This is the back of the house. This deck has seen better days. It's a stone deck, so I'm figuring out what I want to do with this. I've got some quotes. Right now I can't afford it, but I have a concept of redoing that whole thing.
Because this is a big job. It looks like there's some cement going on. I see the flagstone.
This
is a big guy.
And it wraps around, so there's a lot of, like I was thinking of putting a wood deck over it.
Okay.
And have it extend over, but it costs like 60 grand. I'm not doing that right now. And
wow.
I'm putting in a whole house generator. That'll be a project we'll get into later.
Nice.
I'm going to put in a whole house generator that's going to sit over here.
Okay.
You can see those wood doors. Those were just aluminum storm doors. I put those wood doors on, which I think look a lot nicer.
Yeah. Did somebody make those for you?
Yeah. There's a place out of upper state New York called Vintage Doors.
Wow.
And you just give them the measurements. You pick the style that you want, and it comes ready to go. I did the staining, which looks like I need to stain again. And then a bird did his business over there.
No, it's beautiful. Definitely like period.
Yeah.
It goes with the house.
You want to keep it authentic, as much as you can. I mean, nothing's going to be what the Hoxie house is. You can't live in a house like that.
Right.
So obviously, there's going to be updates, but, you want to kind of keep it looking old. And then here's the back of the house. So if you look at the roof, the way it slants down and then curves over.
Oh, yeah.
That was all added on.
Okay.
When this house was original, this roof came all the way down just like the Hoxie house. So that dormer up top was obviously added much later.
Okay.
But this front of the house was the Hoxie house with the salt box roof. All this, doors and windows were added much later, obviously.
Yeah, because that's a pretty steep roof right there. So at some point they put those dormers on to give more space up there, and then you've got some bedrooms up there.
Yeah, bedrooms and bathrooms, and they put they put the dormers on and curve that trim.
Yeah.
You know, but this came straight down like the Hoxie house roof, like a traditional salt box.
So do you think at some point somebody had a growing family and they said, hey, we need more room?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, families grow. Then, you know, this all was added on over time. I think at one point, this was a barn.
Okay.
This is now where the kitchen is, but that was a barn at one point.
Wow.
Yeah.
It all ties together though, because when, you know, we'll see when we're inside, it all kind of flows through, and it doesn't seem broken up. It all just kind of works.
No, it's really cool. Once we go inside, we'll show you. So just moving around the back, we got some natural Concord grapes growing in the back there. This isn't the time of season for those.
Is it early for them?
Yeah, those will come out late August or in September.
This is beautiful. I never realized that pond goes way back
Yeah,
there.
it goes way back, and all back there past the pond is conservation land.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is incredible.
Yeah. So you can't see it now, but there's a stone wall that the stone wall goes down there, all the way back, and then of course it stops with the pond, but then takes up over there right to the street.
Wow.
And that's all this property.
Okay, so it really delineates the Tobey house.
Yeah, it's about an acre and 1.6 acres.
Okay, that's a good space. Wow.
So as you see, I don't have a garage, so there's my snow blower.
Hey, it's got to go somewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the back walk-in basement. We'll get into that later.
All right.
But just continuing around. Got a wood pile going here, covered up. That stump over there is where I cut my wood.
Okay. So can you just belly up to that with your
with my axe?
With your axe.
I'll show you through here. So this time of year, this Japanese knotweed grows everywhere.
Yeah.
But you can see back there, there's a wood pile.
Oh yeah.
With some big rounds that I roll down here and I chop them up.
So when you need some wood, you'll go pick off one of those things?
Yeah, you got to do it a year in advance though, because you got to season it.
Oh, right. Now, when you season it, do you bring it inside or do you leave it outside?
It's under the cover.
Okay.
I mean, that's fine as long as it doesn't get constant wet water on it.
Okay.
It'll dry out. It'll be good. Yeah. So.
This is really a special place.
Yeah. This is Water Street. This is a pretty busy street. You know, especially in the summer.
Yeah, this is one of the main thoroughfares into the village. So you've got, you're definitely in the action.
Yeah. So these two chimneys here are no longer in use. They were added, obviously, after the fact. They're just for show right now.
Yeah, they look great. And look at the stone on the bottom of that. That's very cool.
And you can see the whole bottom is the stone foundation.
Yeah.
That goes all the way around.
That's cool. Now, can you get underneath, like this from here? Can you get under there?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a special place.
I can do that. So this is the front of the house. Good look at the chimney from the back.
Oh yeah, that's really a big chimney.
Yeah, one of the first things we did when we moved in is have that inspected and, you know, fixed, you know, to be approved to be used.
Right. Yeah, because otherwise you wouldn't know, and if you had a fire, you could have a fire in the chimney. And, right.
And again, all this roof was new as of 6 years ago.
It's beautiful. It looks like cedar or something.
It is.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Cedar shingles.
It's really, really beautiful.
You know, just to show you inflation, from 06 to now, cedar shingles has doubled in price.
Oh, I can believe it.
You know, because you know, at some point I'm going to need to redo the whole siding of the house, and the siding cedar shingles as well.
Yeah.
And I choked when I got the quote for the side because it was so much more than the roof, because since I did the roof, everything has doubled.
Right. Right.
It's ridiculous.
It looks like there's some copper here. Did they do like copper there?
Well, that's copper flat. You know,
that's the flashing.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Okay.
Any roofer will use copper.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I was thinking.
patina.
Yeah, I was thinking of putting copper gutters in, but again, I'm not made of money. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is a beautiful place, Fred.
Yeah.
Really special.
So it's fun. I use this door when I have to get the mail. My mailbox is across the street.
Ah,
it's not quite Green Acres, but it's kind of like
right.
Yeah.
Give me Park Avenue.
Yeah. these rhododendrons are ancient.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
you know, in the spring when they bloom, it's really amazing.
I forget. Are they like a purplish, pinkish?
Pink, red.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And they really, I mean, it's people that drive by actually slow down to look at them.
Yeah.
But you know, with rhododendrons, they're only in full bloom like 2-3 weeks, and then they're gone.
And then yeah.
It's too bad.
It is. It is. But when they're in bloom, boy, watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everyone on the Cape has to have hydrangeas. That's kind of the law.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
We just had a torrential rain here, so they're kind of sagging right now. But you know, depending on what happens tonight, in the morning they'll be all fluffed up again.
They love water, so yeah,
They do.
You can't overwater those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm slowly doing the trim, painting the trim and resanding it. I haven't done these, but I got these windows done and a lot on the other side of the house that we already saw. I did all that trim painting up by the windows. It's really a pain in the ass because, you know, there's a lot of panes to these windows.
Yeah.
You know, most of the bigger windows, not these, but on the other side are 8/12.
Okay. Yep.
You know, you don't see that a lot.
No.
You know?
No.
So that's basically the exterior of the house. Watch your head going through here.
This is fun. So now we're under the rhododendron.
Yeah.
Which is.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's popping up. Let me get it over here. It's popping up out of the ground in all these different places. But
Yeah.
in the canopy, it all kinds of comes together like it's one.
Yeah. So
like
when I first moved in 2020, no lie, this was totally covered in vines.
Okay.
I mean, totally covered in vines to the point where it was suppressing the growth.
Like falling in on
Yeah.
itself.
So I came in here and over the course of a few months, pulled down every vine. And it wasn't as tall as it is now. Mm-hmm. Got up on ladder, pulled them all off the top, and I swear to God, within a month, it just started rising.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when I say completely enveloped in vines, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, this is, I mean, this is, if I was a kid, I would be out here, this would be my fort.
Yeah.
I would just be out here all day.
Until you got run over by a car.
Right, well, yeah.
So that's now we're back to the front again. So that's the outside of the house, and I got the bunting up because I had it for 4th of July. I just leave it up for the summer, and then I take it down after Labor Day.
Yeah,
You know.
this is a beautiful property, and really, from the street you can't tell, but it's so big and it's really private. Even though you got a street right here, when you're in the backyard there, you don't see anybody.
No, and you know it's not that loud.
Yep.
You know, and whatever loudness there is, you kind of get used to it over time.
Yeah.
You know, I put one of the first things we did. You can see the white thing running along the side. We put in mini splits.
Yep.
Because there was no central air or anything, and I didn't want air conditioners sticking out of windows.
Hanging out of the windows.
So we put in mini splits, and so you know you close the windows in the hot summer, and you can't hear anything.
Yeah. No, this is a great house.
All right. So now let's go inside.
All right. So I'm gonna stop it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so now we're inside, and the reason why we're starting here is because this is kind of where we started for the Hoxie house. So imagine when we first walked in the house and we were talking to Becky. So where the camera's facing, this beam right here kind of designates where the original house ends. So everything past this area is original house, and everything on the other side has been added over the decades and generations and everything. But, you know, this is original beam, you know, from back then. You can see it's kind of splitting and everything, but it's in good shape. It's in pretty good shape. So like I said, this was the original part of the house. And if we walk over here, we don't really drink a lot. This is
That's just for show.
yeah. So this is the fireplace that you saw in the Hoxie house, except this is the fireplace in the Tobey house, and it's the same. It's got the bread, you know, warmer in the back. You know, this arm swings over.
Oh wow!
And this would be where they, you know, she would be making her whatever they make, the stew or whatever.
Yep.
You know, they wouldn't have this because, as Becky explained, it was just wide open.
Yep.
And you either died in childbirth or making food. But this is this is a working fireplace.
Wow.
If we wanted to, we could do what they did, make bread in it.
Make some porridge and
Yeah.
put some bread in the oven.
Yeah, you got your tray for your ashes, you know, your whatever
whatever they were doing.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes
Right.
or whatever.
This is great. So if we think about the Hoxie house, so mom would have had her babies kind of where the booze is.
The crib would have been right here, just
Yep.
like there.
Yep.
And you know, she's cooking. Now over here, what they didn't have in the Hoxie house. So remember in the Hoxie house, and my camera work was terrible, but you saw like a little loft up there with the bed.
Yes.
You know, the rope bed.
Yep.
Okay, so there's an upstairs here. It's just that it's been sealed off. But back in the day, there wouldn't be a ceiling here. This would be all open.
Okay.
And then you'd have that ladder going up to the second floor loft, which, you know, the loft would start here.
It'd start right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's now our bedroom,
Okay.
which we'll see in a little bit. But yeah, so this is, you know, this is pretty cool. Just a shout out to this table. This is a guy out of Plainville, Mass.
Okay.
I forget his name is Steve something or another, but he takes these barn doors and redoes them. So this is probably the best piece of furniture we have.
It's really cool. And what I love is, and I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Becky mentioned something about this detail right here on the this detail on that you have here that was very authentic, and also they only did that during a certain period of time, I think she said.
Yeah. So you can really see it on this one. So remember in the Hoxie house, we moved into that main room and she told us the story about the short end of the stick.
Yes.
And everything. Well, that was this room.
Okay.
That was this room.
Okay.
And like I said, you know, this is where, you know, the loft would have been up above here. And as you can see, I'm short, but I don't have much clearance here.
No.
Yeah, this is barely 6 feet.
Yeah.
You know, my son comes in, he has to stoop over.
I bet.
He's 6'1".
Yeah.
So this is that original room, the front room we call it, that we saw in the Hoxie house. And you saw the spinning wheel in the corner, and the small windows, you know, with the lead in it and everything like that. Obviously, these windows have been changed probably many, many times over the years. Because remember, this house is over 330 years old.
It's seen a lot of iterations.
Yeah, so you can see this is original timber.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting, but you can see over the years where bugs.
Okay.
You know, they have these powder pin or powder something bugs that, you know, they used to get into the wood and they'd leave like, you know, piles of powder. You know,
because they
so
eat
fine
it,
because they eat it.
Okay.
And you know, that's what happened here. And of course, they're all gone now, but you can see the damage that they did over time. But this is original timber.
This is incredible.
Yeah, this is probably the only thing that's still original.
Okay.
You know, obviously over time, everything.
Over 300 years, right?
Yeah.
But this is really, I mean, this is a fun room. You've got windows on the side and in the front, and
and you can see where, you know, it's split over time.
Yep.
But it's still.
It holds strong, right?
It holds strong.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
No.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, this is very cool.
You can see one of the mini splits we put in.
Yeah. So this way, like you said, you didn't want to have air conditioners hanging out of the windows. So you've got these kind of, what'd you say, 5 of these?
Yeah, I've got 4 on this side of the house, 2 upstairs, 2 downstairs.
Okay.
Then I've got 1 in the kitchen, and then 1 way in the back in my wife's office, which we'll see.
All right.
So then just walking around, because this kind of goes all the way around. These are the front stairs here. Remember, there were stairs leading up.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no light in here. But these go upstairs. And in here is where the magic happens.
This is the studio.
This is the studio.
Live from the Tobey house. Here we are.
This is the studio. So we've done the full circuit of the well, we haven't done all the downstairs, but this is where we do all the podcasting and everything. This is kind of like my desk that when I work from home, I sit and I look outside.
And you can see outside.
See when the Amazon guy's coming.
Now, and you have, so I noticed you've got a fireplace in here.
Yep.
You know, all this beautiful wood surround and everything. Yep. And then in the room we were just in, there's also a fireplace.
Yeah, so there's 3 fireplaces.
So we're up to 3, yeah.
3 on this floor.
Okay.
It's all my dad's medals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, let me get these. These are really
World
cool.
War II and Korea. Like I said, when we were outside, this area used to be a barn, This is all the kitchen now.
And this is so. All right, so this was a barn because even the wood on the ceiling here, this looks.
Oh yeah, it's
this
old.
looks right. Yeah,
it's old. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So at some point,
Even the
somebody,
add-ons is over 100 years old.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
new is relative, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is very cool. Nice. You got windows in here.
Yeah.
Really nice.
And then they added, and I don't know if you feel it in your feet how the floor isn't even. You can kind of feel going up and down, especially
Okay.
in this room.
Yeah, this is really nice. So this is this has windows on 3 sides. So we're right above that door outside that you showed next to your wood pile.
Yeah.
Right?
So the basement is obviously right underneath here.
Okay.
And you walk in from outside. There's 2 parts to the basement because it was split up when they did the foundation reinforcement.
Okay.
So they had to build like a huge slab in the middle.
Okay.
With posts, and that kind of split up the basement. So there's a front entrance down a what do you call those? The metal doors that
Oh, the bulkhead.
the bulkhead.
Yep.
And then there's a back door for the other part of the
Okay.
basement. Okay, so we are in the basement of a 330 some odd year old house, and as you would imagine, with a stone foundation, it's pretty wild. It's all this white stuff you see. One of the first things I did is waterproof the basement, and I put in, the French drain system
Yeah,
with the
yep.
sump pumps.
Yep.
So there's 2 sump pumps on this side of the basement, and then there's more sump pumps on the other side of the basement. So all the water just drains out. It keeps it really dry. This is a humidifier. It gets humid down here, so you can see this is just draining.
So this just kind of runs as needed.
It just runs as needed right out into that
Okay.
drain.
Yep.
Yep. And just going down there, you can see
Okay.
the door that.
Oh yeah, that's the door by the wood pile.
Yeah, I'll get
Okay.
my shadow out of there.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you actually have a lot of room down here. You've got a.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You got a workbench down
Yeah,
here.
so this is the workbench,
Nice.
and we're going to get into it later in the episode.
yeah,
Our top 10 tools for a new homeowner,
Yes.
focusing on the watch your head,
Yep.
focusing on the interior of the house. We're not going to get into landscaping and lawnmowers like that yet, but stuff that you need inside the house.
Yep.
So
Very cool.
yeah. All right. So now we're going to go upstairs. So after me.
All right.
So again, we've got low ceiling clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of dark in here. We don't use a lot of lights up here. But this was painted, but you can see the beam.
Oh yeah.
You can see the
It's that same
it's the
style.
same it's the same
right?
beam coming all the way up through
Oh, no kidding.
yeah.
Okay.
It's all yep.
Wow. They don't make them like this anymore.
No,
I mean,
they sure don't.
Seriously, this is wild.
They sure don't. So this is our bedroom. And then
And you got a fireplace. Let me
yeah,
get that.
that's another fireplace.
Fireplaces everywhere.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then the bathroom. And there's a lot of nooks and crannies and
Yeah.
closets under things and
Oh yeah, but this is a real. Let me just grab this. Like this is a really clever use of space. You don't see this in houses anymore, but that would be wasted space otherwise.
yeah.
But they said nope. We're gonna make this into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is obviously, a shower was put in.
Oh yeah. Very
And-
nice.
Another bathroom here.
Oh wow.
So I had
That is. Cool.
I had all this tile put in, and I put in this.
That is super cool.
So
I love the.
You can kind of crouch in and take a shower if you want.
Yeah.
But you can also take a. So this. Well, we didn't
Take
go
a
to the.
tub?
There's also a bathroom downstairs. You don't need to see what it is, but this is 2 of 4 bathrooms.
Wow. Okay.
And then this goes all the way around. Little storage.
Oh yeah, this is great. So a little storage here, and I love this little window right here.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's
Seen
like a
better
little-
days.
Yeah, no, but it's super cool. I don't know if the video shows it well, but it's a small window, but it's really unique.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
cool.
Yep. And then a guest bedroom. When my son comes, he stays in here.
Oh yeah, this is perfect. Everybody's got air conditioning and
Yeah.
a bathroom nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is and another fireplace.
And another
Another
fireplace.
fireplace.
Yep.
Yep.
So there's 2 fireplaces up here.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So now let's follow me because we're not done.
Okay. So we just made a circle.
We just made a circle.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, let me get some light on in here. I don't know what, this is my wife's domain.
Okay.
I don't know what lights, what she does.
I think
with-
it's all right though. I think we're getting some light from outside.
We're
I think
getting some
okay.
light?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is sort of the queen's room here, where
Okay.
she does her prep.
Yep.
Yep. And if you notice, these built-in cabinets here,
Yeah.
this is that slant of the roof that we saw.
That real steep
Yeah,
slant from
so
outside.
it was just dead space. So one of the first things we did when we moved in is we had a place out of Dennis come in, and they created these. She's got them stuffed.
Oh, you guys made this?
Yeah, we made these. These are custom.
Wow.
So that
okay.
it's functional. It uses the space.
Yeah. What was there before you did
Nothing.
that?
It was just dead space, just
kidding.
open space.
Okay.
So you couldn't do anything with it.
That was kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love this little window right here.
Yeah.
This,
Dog
this
uses
is
that.
this is the dog security window,
Yeah.
right?
He patrols.
Yeah. Nothing gets by him.
And same thing here. This was kind of just like a pass through to the bathroom.
Okay.
That we were in, but we had these drawers put in.
That was really, really clever.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just again using all the nooks and crannies, you can see this is the roof right above us.
yeah.
And there's like little closet space that they put in.
That's
just
super,
to make use of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really clever.
Yeah. More closet space in here.
Wow. How many square feet is this place? It seems really big.
About 3,200, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really big.
And then
We got another bathroom.
another bathroom, 4-4.
Wow.
So
Wow. So we got another bathroom. We got a place for a tub.
soaking tub.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a skylight in
yeah.
here. This
I
is
put
beautiful.
I had the
Yeah.
skylight replaced, and
Oh, this
the
is
sink
great.
is I put this sink in.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's cool. That matches the period.
Yeah.
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 Very cool.
Yep. And then
Jeez, it's just like, but wait, there's more.
yeah. So this is my wife's office.
Very nice.
Yeah. So this is her domain up here.
Wow. That's awesome.
yeah.
Does she have some? Is that brick on that wall right
Yeah.
there?
So remember that chimney that's not being used
Yeah.
anymore? That's the chimney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
So there was probably, you
yeah.
can see that hole there,
Yeah.
kind of where they plastic. There was probably a wood stove or something that was
yeah.
here. Yeah.
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 This is very cool. I love all the windows.
Yeah,
in here.
and those
It's
are
nice and
functioning
bright.
windows. You roll them out, and
Okay.
they pop,
Yeah.
they slant out.
This is a great space.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Now I don't think I would be able to get out of here on my own because we went
Yeah.
a lot of different places.
That's okay. So there's also a back stairs here.
All right. So these stairs. Let me back up a little bit. Tell us about these stairs.
Yeah. So these are the back stairs that we just came down from the office, and probably there was a servant that lived in that blue room that we were in earlier, and or they live up here and they use these back stairs,
Yep.
or whatever. I don't know.
So you're not seen, but that's cool. So we went up the front stairs, went all around upstairs, and then came back down.
Came back down and ended up
here.
in the kitchen.
We're in the kitchen. So if I was employed by you guys and it was time for breakfast, I'd come down those stairs. You guys are still in bed,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then off I go.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So that's the house, and now we can sit down and talk about it.
Let's do it.
All right, Mark. So we're done with the tour of the Tobey house. What do you think?
That was incredible. I mean, what a, sprawling house and all the historical things with the wood and the architecture and the roof. That was really a fun tour. Thanks for taking us on that.
The one thing now that I'm thinking of it, we didn't go to the attic, which,
Okay.
is okay. But if you remember the Hoxie house, we were in the bedroom upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, where would they hide the women?
Yes, to keep them
and
safe.
she showed us the hole.
Yep.
Okay, so there's no hole in our ceiling, but there is a door that was by the bathroom with stairs that actually go up into the attic. And you can see, like, people actually used to live up there, even though there's no insulation or anything like that.
Are those stairs still there today?
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
We have
okay.
a ton of stuff up in the attic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
you could hide some.
There's windows up there,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this-
You can hide out if you need
oh,
to.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and again, once as you go up the stairs, we saw where they made really good use of dead space with little cabinets and nooks.
Right.
Same thing going up those stairs is all these little cabinets that I have my magic.
Okay.
I like magic.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a whole magic kit up there and tennis rackets and things like that I store up there.
So you guys put your own spin on it, so to say, in that room. I think it was Nikki's room where you guys added those drawers in there.
Yeah.
So just like folks 100 years ago who did some stuff,
Yeah.
you guys came along and did
leave our
too.
mark.
Yeah, there you go. You left your mark.
Everybody leaves their mark.
Yeah.
But so that's cool. And you know what? We also forgot to show the birthing room.
I was dying to see the birthing room.
Yeah.
We might have to do like maybe a little bonus, maybe like a few minute bonus episode or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
But when we were in the main fireplace area, that we were comparing that to the Hoxie house where the mother would do all the cooking and the baby would be. I think I showed you the door. And that door led to the birthing room. And the birthing room was just that. It's where mom would go and have her babies right next to the kitchen.
My favorite thing was you, me, and your wife and my husband. We were all out, and you guys were talking about something, and you just casually mentioned the birthing room, and then kept going on. And I was like, "Whoa, hold on, wait, you can't drop that and then just keep going." And that's when you told us about the birthing room. So maybe we'll do a little like quick bonus episode or something.
Yeah. So today in the birthing room is coats. It's like a big coat closet.
Okay.
It's where we store this gear when we're not using it. Golf clubs and stuff like that. But yes, that was the birthing room right off of the kitchen.
It's incredible. If you think, you don't even have to leave your house. You're going to go have your baby, hopefully survive it.
Yeah.
And then, get right back to things.
So one of the things that, I've talked about on Patriots Unfiltered, kind of previewing what we're going to be talking about over time is, home ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone wants to own their own home. Whether it's a condo or a house or a duplex or whatever, everybody wants their own place that they can call theirs.
Yep. That's the dream.
It's kind of the American dream, right? But with home ownership comes, responsibility. And especially if you own a house like this, there's always projects that you're going to be doing. And even in your house, which was built in the 70s, which looks like it was built last year, the way Mark and Steven keep it, you have projects. You're in the middle of one right now.
There's always projects. We've got 5 pallets of bluestone coming tomorrow. I mean, it doesn't end, and it's fun for us. But it's the
bluestone is for indoor or outdoor.
The bluestone's for outdoor, and we can talk about it in another episode. But we in 2020 we put some bluestone out around our pool.
Oh, you're replacing all of that?
Yeah, it all broke. Yeah, it all broke apart.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you do, and I know you're doing your bathrooms over.
We're doing our bathrooms over too. Yeah. So it's never ending, right?
Yeah.
You guys too. You've always got something going on.
Always. So, we mentioned when we did the tour, I put in the mini splits. I waterproofed the basement. I put on a new roof. What else did we put in those cabinets that you saw, the drawers.
Yep.
Those are all projects that we've done. I paint, not me, but me and some other people painted all downstairs. So interior painting. I've done painting on all the trim of the there's over 55 windows.
Are you serious?
In this house? Yeah, 55.
Wow.
So that's a lot of trim.
It's a lot of glass.
Yeah, a lot of glass and a lot of trim. And I've done most of it. I do it myself. I like to paint, and I don't like to pay somebody to paint. That's the biggest thing. So I kind of learned how to do it. We'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah, I got questions. When we get to that.
So that's a project that I've had. I was telling Mark one of the next big projects that I'm going to be doing is a whole house generator, probably one of those Generac. So I have my electrician. He's already come and give me the quote, and it's going to be one of the gas powered ones that just flip on, seconds after you lose power.
Game changer.
Yeah. So we're going to put that in right outside here. And, I'm excited about that. My wife's excited, but we got really lucky. That big snowstorm that we had up here in the Northeast this winter, everybody in the Cape lost power. We didn't.
Yeah.
So we dodged a bullet and we said, you know what, we're not going to get that lucky next time. So we're going to get that in by, really September. I think we'll have it in.
It's an insurance policy. We got ours a few years ago after a very similar thing where we had to, move out of our house. ever since we've had it, I think the most it's ever gone at one time was maybe 3 hours. So that's money well spent.
Yeah.
You know, and if something does happen, we're ready. So
Well, was it 2 or 3 years ago? I don't know about you guys, but we lost power for 4 days.
that's when that was our thing. We had to move out and go stay in a
Oh,
hotel
okay.
because we couldn't even
Yeah,
flush our
I'm
toilets.
not listening well. Yeah, so we lost power for 4 days, and we ended up, I think we went to the Daniel Webster down the street.
So did we.
There's an inn down the street that is almost as old as this house, not quite.
Yeah.
I think it's like 1710.
It's brand new in
Yeah, it's
terms
new
of this
construction.
house. Yeah.
But it's called the Daniel Webster Inn. If you're ever down in Sandwich in the Cape, check it out. I'd stay a couple nights. There's a nice restaurant there, nice pool and everything. But it really gives you that colonial New England vibe. It's so cool. I mean, there's so much in Sandwich that we need to show you over time.
Yeah.
It's a really, really cool town with some really cool places to go. And we're going to get all of that. We've got a lot of time. So, you know, I
We do.
tend to ramble. I want to talk about it all right away, but
We got a lot of things to say.
yeah, I have to be
right?
patient. I have to be patient. So yeah, so one of the projects I want to do is put in that generator, and there's always fixer up things and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of bleeds into what we teased last episode: our top 10 tools a new homeowner must have.
Yep.
And the caveat is it's for indoors. You know, we're not getting into like, you know, some people have lawns, some people don't, some people have gardens, some people don't.
Mhm.
We're not getting into all the outdoor stuff yet. We'll do that in another episode. But this is all stuff that, you know, we both think that a new homeowner needs for indoors.
Yep.
And you made your list.
Yep.
And I made my list. And
We
I don't
haven't-
know what's on your list.
And I don't know what's on your list.
And I actually just made my list 2 minutes before the show.
I made
So-
mine 4 days ago and have changed it.
Yeah,
100
you're Mr.
times.
Prepared.
Yeah.
And he comes, he's like, okay, here's the rundown for the show. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Yeah. But that's, you know,
I had a hard
true
time.
compliment.
I had a hard time, Fred, with this list.
Did you?
You didn't. I had a very hard time. And
Well, like,
yeah.
like if I probably think about it, I'll probably go, I'll take that one off. But these are things that just came to mind that I think you'll need, you know, right in your first couple months of
Yeah.
owning a home.
Yeah. There
You
are
know?
things that you just must have
Yeah.
day one, even before you move in, because when you're moving in, you might need some of these tools.
Yeah, especially if you buy a house that has been lived in before.
Mhm.
Now, if you buy new construction, hopefully you won't have to do anything. But you will still need some things on my list, I think, even if you have a brand new house that you're the first people to live in it.
I'm looking at my list and I'm thinking, yeah, okay.
Okay.
I can see some.
So how do you want to do this? You want to just, you do your list, I'll do mine, or you do one and I'll do one and we'll go back.
Let's go back and forth.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes.
So what's the first thing on your list?
All right. So the first thing on my list is a toolkit. And when my husband and I first had our own place, my mother-in-law got us this. It looked like those briefcases on Deal or No Deal. It's a metal briefcase, and you
Yep.
open it up, and it's got everything. It's got screwdrivers, it's got pliers, you know, it's got socket wrenches. It's, you know, it's not the highest quality, but it's got one of everything. We've had that for 25 years.
Yeah.
And we've lost tools over the you know, years and everything, but I can't tell you the number of times that toolkit has saved my butt.
Yeah.
So I would say for a new homeowner, get one of these things. They're about $100, money well spent. And then as you know, age in your house, you know, buy new, you know, newer, nicer tools. So that's my number one
Yeah.
by far.
Yeah.
What about you?
So I agree. That's
Okay.
on my list too.
Okay.
So you kind of got the one that has all the screwdrivers in it. I broke it out. I got a socket tool set.
Yeah. That's key.
You know, and it'll have a screwdriver, and it'll have different heads that you can put in, you know, handles and everything. But like Mark said, they usually come as like a little briefcase,
Mhm.
and sometimes they open up in the middle.
Yep.
And like both wings have everything. Get one of those. It's better, you know, you won't always need every tool in that thing, but it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Those things are invaluable. You can pick them up at Lowe's or your
Yep.
hardware store or
Yep.
Home Depot. You know, like Mark said, they're $100. You know, it might go to 200 if you get a little higher quality.
Yeah.
You buy once. Sometimes I say with this stuff, buy once, cry once.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So get yourself a good socket metal tool set.
It's worth it. It's absolutely
It's
worth
invaluable.
Yeah.
You can use it for plumbing. You can use it for, you know, putting stuff together that you bought you're going to need it.
And there, I mean, there have been times where I'm like, working on something. I'm like, what the hell is this? I don't even recognize what kind of tool I need. And I'll go into this thing and wow, this tool, I don't even know what this tool is, but it's in there.
Well, I'll tell you, probably 6 months ago, we have 4 bathrooms and I changed the toilet seat on every bathroom.
Okay.
And that kit was invaluable.
See? Yeah.
Because each one of the toilets here are different.
Yep.
And so they had different sizing for the nuts and everything. And, don't take that literally.
Hey!
Yeah. But, sure enough, there was something that fit it in this tool set that I have.
Yeah.
So that, I carry that around from bathroom to bathroom and got it all done in the morning. And so now I have they're the closed, slow toilet seats. They can't
don't slam.
So you can just go like that and it'll just slowly close.
Luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. They're not heated though.
What's on your list?
Okay. So a hammer.
Yeah.
A good hammer, a good quality hammer.
Yep.
You're going to need it. And you say, why? Are you ever going to hang a picture or, are you ever going to, fix something, that's loose or something? You got to have a hammer in your house.
Yeah. And I mean, I would say like for any house, but maybe in your house, the claw on the back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've used that for things that aren't, nails. I'm just like, kind of pry something out there. So yeah, you're right. And and get a good one.
A good quality hammer, heavy hammer with a good grip.
Yeah.
In a nice head. Every house needs a good hammer.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll do my other one.
Go.
You need a level.
Yes.
Now, there's a lot of levels. You say, well, I got a level on my phone. You do. But those are hard to deal with. And if you're hanging pictures, which I mentioned before, even a new homeowner might need some of the things. New homes don't come with artwork and the pictures that you want to put up.
Yeah.
You're going to have to put up your own pictures.
Yep.
So you're going to need a level. And the best level for that is the ones that come in the ruler. So like you get a big, 2-foot ruler or even a 3-foot ruler, and it's got the level in the ruler. So you go and you make your level, you can draw your lines all with one tool. So that's my suggestion is get a nice ruler with the level in it. The level will be in the middle and on the ends, so you can do front and back. And this house, it's been really invaluable because like I said earlier when we did the tour, none of the
floors are level, right?
are even.
Yeah.
So you put your dresser in, you put your level, you find out where you need to put your shims in.
Yep.
And if you go upstairs, every piece of furniture has shims under it, after I leveled it.
Yep.
And I use this thing to level it and you figure out, okay, I need to raise it up this end or whatever. And then you buy these little wood shims or plastic shims at the hardware store and you put them under and you're good to go. But every homeowner needs a level.
Yeah. And that's something you buy once in your life.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it.
That's not going to break.
They're not expensive. You know, like $10.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Now you can get laser stuff and all that, and that's great. I've got those too, but the one with the ruler is really good because when you're hanging pictures, particularly, you can also use it, to draw your lines.
Yep.
It's stable.
Right.
So a level. What's your next one?
Picture hanging kit, which
Okay.
you teed me up nicely for that. This is, and we've had a couple over the years, but get one that has a bunch of different sizes in there. Maybe it has some of that wire in there. It has the screws for pictures if you need to replace them. These aren't expensive. This might be a $10 or $15 kit, but it's going to really save you because what's happened to us a few times is we pull out this tiny little picture hanger and we pick up the picture and it weighs too much, or the vice versa. We got this giant thing for a small picture. Just get a picture hanging kit. Again, you'll probably have it for the rest of your life. And it's going to have all those little things in there that you need it. Because otherwise you're running back and forth to the hardware store.
Yeah.
You wasted the whole day.
Now I have to take exception with that because it's not a tool.
So?
It's not a tool. So
All right.
I agree.
Yep.
You need the stuff to hang pictures with, depending on if you're hanging them in your studs or if you've got plaster like I do, you need the things that you put in the plaster to keep things stable and it doesn't make a mess. But I don't consider that a tool.
All right. So I had a hard time with this list because I shared it with my husband Steven, and he was all over me about this, saying that's not a tool, that's not a tool.
Oh,
So
did he say that?
he absolutely did. So
Okay.
I won't share some of the things I took off, but
Okay.
I'll give you that. But I'm going to replace it with, and I think you said it. It's a laser level,
Yep.
and it sticks to the wall by itself.
Okay.
And it shines that laser across.
Yep.
I'm dying on that hill. That's a tool.
Okay. No, that is a tool.
Okay, good.
I'll give you
All right.
that.
All right, good.
No, that's a tool.
All right, but no picture hanging kit.
Picture hanging kit is something you get, like a box of nails.
Yep.
Isn't a tool.
Right.
But you might need a box of nails on hand.
Yep.
You never know when you might need a nail.
Yep.
So it's good to have a box of nails, but I didn't put it on my list because it's not a tool.
All right. Well,
It's-
next time you need to hang a picture there, call me.
Okay. All right. You need a power drill. And so what I would get is the type of power drill that's battery powered, for one, but that's a drill, a driver, and a screwdriver. So most of the time you're going to use your screwdrivers, your hand screwdrivers, but once in a while you've got a job where you got to do like 12 different screws or something like that. It's good to have a power screwdriver just to get those done really quick.
Well, your hand is gonna be all cramped and ruined if you're trying to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, work smarter, not harder, right?
So get yourself a good quality power drill. That's also a driver and a screwdriver. Now, when I say a driver, that means like sometimes you might have to, put a screw in a piece of wood.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a good driver, you don't always have to drill the hole first.
Mm-hmm.
The driver will just go right in.
Yep.
Depending on the type of wood and how big the screw and how much weight it's going to bear. But get yourself a good power drill. And the tip here, again, it's battery powered.
Yeah.
You're going to also need other power tools down the line. Stick to the same brand so that you can use those batteries in all your tools. You don't want to get like a Milwaukee drill and a
DeWalt something.
A Bosch sander.
Yeah.
And they all have different batteries, and now you're buying batteries for each one. Try to stick with the same brand. I've stuck with Bosch over the years.
That's your preferred brand?
And I don't know if we saw it on when you went down the toolbox, but I have my chargers right there, and they're all Bosch batteries.
Okay.
And they all work in all the different tools. So that, again, you save yourself money.
Yeah.
And
space.
Yeah, and space.
We've over the years we bought different brands. We've kind of settled on I forget what the green, it's like neon green is the one we use now. I forget what they're called, but we have a whole line of chargers in the basement.
Yeah.
And it just takes up space. It's kind of stupid, but I'm not gonna throw them out. But
but
I think that's a good thing for the new homeowner. Pick a brand, stick with it.
Yep. And they all make the same tools. Like, whether it's Craftsman or Bosch or Milwaukee or whatever, whatever tool you need, they make. And again, Lowe's and Home Depot will carry all of the brands.
Of them. Yeah, all of them. And I've asked people, why do you like the brand? Like we had a contractor in the bathroom doing the bathroom last week. They love Milwaukee. They just said, I love it. That's what I use. And that's it. But you might have another contractor who uses, DeWalt or something, and they love it. I think they're all good. I don't have a preference.
They all, like for what we do and homeowners, that's fine. Like, if you're out there building houses, maybe, there's some, construction grade stuff that maybe Milwaukee's better than DeWalt.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, for what you're going to need to do in your own house, pick any brand. But like I said, stick with it, the battery powered, and that way you can use the batteries for all the different ones. And again, you don't want to be plugging in cords with extension cords. My first drill that I had was a cord, and wherever you want to do drilling, you have to bring the extension cord and plug it in. The battery thing is great. They'll last through your job, and when you're done with your job, you just pop it back on the charger, and you're ready to go.
Right?
Yeah, you're ready to go.
Yep.
So that's on my list. What's the next on yours?
That was on my list as well. My next one here, I'm doubting myself, but a wet dry vac. Is that a tool?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Okay. Do you have one?
I have two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. And do you use them?
I do.
Not anymore though, right?
I do.
Okay.
I use them especially in the basement, down there, there's cobwebs and everything like that. I clean that up. And then up in the attic, same
Okay.
thing.
Yep.
Once a year I'll go in and just hit everything with the power vac and, get the dust and
Yep.
everything out.
Yep.
So that, it looks nice.
So since you waterproofed your basement, you're using the wet dry vac more for the dry portion of it.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't use it for anything dry. I don't think it's powerful enough. But
Oh.
for the wet, if we get an inch of rain in a half an hour, I might have a little water down
You
there.
need to get yourself a better vacuum if it's
Yeah.
not power enough to do dry stuff.
Right?
Again,
Yeah.
buy once, cry once.
Yeah.
I never use it for wet stuff.
That's funny. We're the exact opposite.
I never use it for wet stuff.
Okay.
Now that I've, first of all, before I waterproofed the basement, it was too much water.
All right.
It wouldn't have mattered. No wet, dry vacuum would have been able to handle it. But now that I've done the work, I don't need it. It's dry as a bone down there. Even like you can, I don't know if you can hear it.
Pouring
It
right
is
now.
pouring right now here on Cape Cod.
Yep.
And you can hear the thunder.
Yep.
I was driving home from work today and people were going like 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, I believe it.
So it is pouring. And 6 months ago, before I did that waterproofing work, I'd have a couple inches of water in the front part of the basement because it would literally come in through the stone foundation.
And now the French drain and everything takes care of it.
It takes care of it. It's dry as a bone.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So if you have an old house with a basement, you're going to have water. It's just inevitable.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. So you just went with, what was your last one?
Wet dry vac.
Wet dry vac. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
All right.
So here's one that maybe you can tell me that isn't a tool. A tool bag. And in what I'm talking about, a tool bag is just one of those things. It kind of looks like a picnic basket with a handle on it, like a rectangle.
Okay.
And the reason why, when you're doing odd jobs around, so you have all your tools in one place, you're going to go to another part of the house to do the work. Take the tools that you're going to need, you put them in the bag, and you take them with you. That way you're not carrying a bunch of tools around or going back and forth to your garage or your basement or wherever you have your tools. Get a little empty tool bag that you use to fill up for the job that you're doing.
Not a tool.
Not a tool. Okay.
Not a tool.
Okay. I'll give you that.
I like it, but not a tool.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. You got me there. All right. What's next?
I think it's my last one because I've got some other ones here that I'm too embarrassed to say because they're not tools. My last one I'm going to say is a Leatherman.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
That is an excellent thing. And that shouldn't be just for homeowners.
That should be anybody.
Every man should have a utility thing.
Right.
So I actually carry one on my belt every day.
No kidding.
Yeah, to work.
Okay.
And probably I use it at least 2-3 times a week.
Okay.
For,
Yep.
something. I was just using it before you got here because I had the camera card.
Yep.
And they put those in. You can't get those out.
Can't, yeah.
So I took out my Leatherman, took the knife out and opened it up. So you're not looking for things. It's right there.
Yep.
Get again, buy once, cry once, get a good one.
They can get pricey. They could be $200-$300.
They can, but you'll have it for life.
Yeah.
You will literally have it for the rest of your life.
Yep.
That's a really good one.
So fun fact, that's on my list. I don't have one.
Oh,
I'm going to get one though. I'm going to get one.
Yeah.
I'm man enough to admit it. I don't have a Leatherman, but I'm going to get one.
Yeah. I carry one, in my pocket every day.
Okay.
But you got me there. That's one that I should have had on my list that I don't.
Well, we're helping the people out.
Yeah. And I would also say, a good pocket knife, if you have a good Leatherman, it will have a knife in it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just want the knife.
Right.
And so get yourself a good knife.
Yep.
Good pocket knife, that you carry around.
Yeah. Yep.
You never know. They
so
come in
many
handy.
uses.
So many
uses.
So many uses. Okay. So here's one. Tape measure.
That was on my list.
Okay. Did you take it off?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I actually had more than 10. I had 11, but and a good tape measure.
A good
tape measure that bends so you can put it out, right?
Yeah. A good bulky tape measure.
Yep.
And if you want, you can get a little small tape measure too. That's a little easier
in addition
for small stuff, but start with the big one. To measure things out. You got to have a good tape measure.
We're measuring. I couldn't even give you examples right now, but the measuring tape, we have them all over the house. They're like reading glasses. We're always measuring something. And Yeah, and some of them are rusty, but we bought good ones, metal ones,
Yeah.
and they're rusty. They still work great.
Yeah. Now I also have, in addition to, the traditional metal tape measure, which you start with that,
Mhm.
I also have the little square thing with the laser. So you put it down and you start it here and you point it somewhere and it'll tell you in a little readout what the distance is.
I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah.
Tell me more.
They're pretty cool. It works just like your level laser.
Okay.
So mine is like a little rectangle box, it's probably, 3 inches long by an inch wide.
Okay.
And it's got the laser on one side. So let's say you wanted to measure the inside of a windowsill.
Yep.
It'll take into consideration the length of the actual tool.
Okay.
So you just set it on one side, press the button, sends the beam to the other side of the sill, and on the readout, it'll give you the exact measurement. And when I say exact measurement, I mean to like hundredths.
So my mind is kind of blown here. So there's no like set use wherever the other end of the laser is what it measures.
Yes.
It doesn't have another thing that you have to put down.
No.
And
So that's
wow.
that's kind of the thing against that is because it hits something.
Right.
So you have to, have something like wall to wall or something like that.
Okay.
Now you can set something up if you're going to do something that doesn't have anything.
Could you put your hand up?
Let's just say that you were measuring a piece of clothing.
Yeah.
And you had the piece of clothing laid out on the table, like the leg.
Yeah.
So you would put, the tool on one end of the leg, then you'd have to put like a book or something on the other side.
Would that work?
Yeah. So it can hit it.
Okay.
And then it'll give you a measurement. But those can be handy,
That's
especially when
cool,
you're doing like, if you have a clear view from like one end of a floor to the other, from one wall to the other, you just put that on and boom, then you don't have to like, take the tape measure out.
Have you used it outside?
No, I have never used it outside.
I'm curious. Yeah. Cause I'm just thinking I love my tape measure, but I'm like, if this tiny little thing.
I'll show you on the way out.
Okay.
I've got it in the back room.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We also missed a room. We have what we
missed the birthing room.
We missed the birthing room. And then there was another room off the kitchen that's not heated. We call it the larder.
Okay.
It's like store. We have like another freezer in there.
Okay.
We keep food in there and stuff.
All right.
And more storage. But again, so we have to have part 2 of the Tobey tour.
Bonus episode.
Yeah. All right. So, you mentioned, in your tool set, you have screwdrivers and everything. I separated it out and get yourself a nice screwdriver set.
I struggled with that. Do I break them out? Because I have sockets and screwdrivers.
Yeah, I broke it out. Get yourself a separate screwdriver set. Obviously Phillips and flathead, but wide, thin, long, short.
Yep.
Especially like if you're doing plumbing and stuff, you might need a really long flathead screwdriver to reach down into something. So different lengths, different widths of the heads will come in handy.
Yeah. Maybe, again, we were focusing on new homeowner. Maybe some of those tools are for you've been in there for a little bit of time and you want to invest more, maybe.
But, like if, I know women have the bridal showers, right? And they register.
Yep.
Or when you're wedding, register at Home Depot and tell people to get your, tool set or the power drill, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here's one that I think a homeowner needs and I kind of combine them.
Okay.
But a plier / wrench set.
Okay. All right.
So not everything can be taken off with a ratchet.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need the old-fashioned wrench or an adjustable wrench.
Yeah.
So get yourself a nice adjustable wrench set and pliers.
Now on the pliers, I would say, what is it? Buy once, cry once.
Yeah.
Get nice ones because I've had some pliers that come in these kits, and if you squeeze too hard, that you can actually strip the pliers.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So buy once, cry once on the pliers.
Yeah. Get a name brand.
Yeah.
Spend, an extra $20 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But pliers, you never know. This is kind of breaking the rules, but if you're outside and your garden hose is frozen, getting a pair of pliers gives you that leverage to just open up that.
You wouldn't get it off otherwise.
No.
I've been there.
Yeah, you need that leverage that pliers or a wrench will get you.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna do outside tools at some point though, right?
Yeah.
I got thoughts on those.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay. You got another one?
No, that was my list.
Okay. So the final one I have, and again, you're probably going to take exception here, and if that's fair, if you do, but like I have a whole tub of paint supplies.
Okay.
So brushes, sanding paper, blue tape, stirrers, just a whole bunch of paint supplies because I do my own painting.
Okay. Yep.
Whether it's walls or outside or inside.
Yep.
So I've got this stuff that I've built up over time, and I'm ready for anything.
So do you, so I do too, but I don't say mine in excited voice. I say mine in like, I've got a lot of like this much paint, and I've got some old turpentine
Yeah.
from 15 years ago. And
Yeah.
is that, I always wonder at what point should I Marie Kondo that and be like, get rid of this?
Yeah. I mean, when you get to this much paint,
Yeah.
it's just, you should probably get rid of it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Because I'm kind of hoarding all this paint, and I'm like, what am I doing? Am I going to need that color?
Yeah.
No?
But if you have a gallon paint and there's, a quarter left of it, as long as you take the time to stir it up before your next use.
Does it last?
It'll come back.
It'll come back?
It'll come back.
Okay. As long as it doesn't dry out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You have to keep it sealed. And that's a, tip. When you're painting, make sure when you're done, you take a rag or your paintbrush and, clean out that crevice where the lid sits, and make sure you seal that really tight.
Yeah.
Because like you said, air is
it's the enemy.
It's the enemy.
Yeah.
So make sure that it's airtight.
Yeah.
And when you reopen it a year from then, as long as you, give it a really, really good stir, like for, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Making sure that you're getting the stuff on the bottom to the top and you're getting it all mixed up. You can use it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. All right. Maybe there is life for my old paint from 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So those are our kind of top 10 things. Some things got crossed off. I'll take out my tool bag and I'm going to add your Leatherman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my my picture hanging kit, and I'm gonna add in your one of your kits, I think. No, I'm gonna add in your laser level thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really cool. So I mean, you and I learned something.
Yeah.
So hopefully, hopefully the
and then
viewers
down the road, I would think like 11, 12 on my list. Especially if you're doing your own painting, whether it's inside or outside, and it's an older house, you're gonna need to sand stuff.
Right.
When you're fixing holes, you're gonna need to get spackle and fix the holes, and then you're gonna need to sand it. You can do it by hand. That's fine if it's a small job, but getting yourself a little power sander. Bosch makes one that's called the Mouse, I think.
Okay.
Or it's not Bosch. I forget which brand it is, but Black & Decker makes it.
Black & Decker, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have like a little point
to it,
right?
And for getting into little crevices and stuff, that thing is really a time saver.
Yeah.
And it does a really good job.
Yeah.
And then following the brand that you got for your power drill, get yourself a nice, big sander for the bigger jobs, and it will save you time. You get your different papers, depending on, how coarse you want it or not. Each one has a number. And I think the lower the number, the more coarse it is. I forget which way it is.
Yeah.
But you can get all different papers, and it's like Velcro. You just put it on and you go to
sand
work.
away.
Yeah. The power sander saves you so much time.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it.
All right. So now that's our top 10. Maybe you think we're nuts. Go to the comments. Tell us what you would add, what you would take out.
Yeah.
What your top 10 list is.
What did we get wrong, or what did we miss? I'm sure there's stuff we missed. I'm dying to hear what other
Like I
people
said, I
say.
did mine 2 minutes before the show started. So I'm sure like that Leatherman one is, that's a big miss for me. I'm so mad at myself. Anyway.
Next time.
Yeah. Go and comment and let us know what you think. All right. So we told you on every episode we're going to do shout out, shout down.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have one?
I do.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So my shout out for this week is solar energy. We put solar on the back of our house last summer. and it took a while to get connected to EverSource so that we could start sending energy out. So we missed last summer. We didn't get at any of that. But for this summer, we're putting out so much energy that we've cut our electric bill in half. And if we have a sunny day, I think yesterday we made something crazy like 60 kilowatts of solar. So I love to see the bills go down. I love to, not to get political, but
Yeah.
reliance on
Yeah.
oil, all
And
that
any
stuff.
tips on like whether it's a brand or what to do, how to put it in or anything like that?
Yeah, the biggest tip I would give is, and I'll put it in the comments. There's a state agency that is they're not affiliated with any of these companies, but they are familiar with all the companies. And I reached out to them and asked them.
Hear that
Oh,
thunder?
wow.
I'm telling
Right.
you that
Yeah.
it's coming down.
Yeah. I reached out to them and said, "Hey, I know you don't necessarily recommend, but can you tell me like maybe 3 or 4?" And they kind of on the side said, "Hey, these are the ones that I talked to." She gave me 3, talked to all 3, really resonated with one company, went with it. To me, that's the number one biggest thing.
Yep.
Is you're spending a lot of money, you're putting all this stuff on your roof, and
Yep.
it's a 25-year, these things last 25 years. So do your research. Everybody has an opinion about solar if you go on Facebook, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. Just do your research.
And every
Yeah,
state has their own programs. And
every state.
so
Yeah,
whatever state you are, check it out.
yeah,
Check it out with your power companies too. Cause
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely, yeah. And a lot of states, the federal rebates are gone. A lot of states do have rebates, so check into that. It's an expensive project. It's an investment, but if you do it right, it literally and figuratively pays off.
Okay. So that's your shout out.
Yeah, my shout down for this week are spam calls. I I get them all day long to the point where I have to mute my phone because it just rings all day long. I've put myself on the do not call list. I've got the Verizon spam filter.
Yeah.
I've got the thing where if you're not in my contacts,
Yep.
nothing happens. My phone rings all day long. I wish somebody would figure this out because I'm almost to the point where I don't even want a phone number anymore.
Oh. So do you have a cell phone and a landline or just a cell phone?
Just a cell phone.
Yeah.
Just a cell phone.
We have a landline because we have Xfinity and it's
Mhm.
like included in it. I don't even know the number.
Right. Yeah.
All we get on it is spam calls. I don't even know how the spammers know the number because
Mhm.
they just use a machine that just use
Robo-
random stuff. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we never use a landline. But I know what I'm with you. The
Yeah.
spam calls, I get less now than I used to.
Really?
Yeah.
I dipped down for a while. Now they're all
Yeah.
trying to give me some sort of loan that I didn't apply for.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it hasn't been so bad last couple years for me.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So you shout out at solar, you shout down at spam calls.
Yes, sir.
All right. So my shout out, and we're filming this Tuesday, July 21.
That sounds
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So as of today, the Red Sox have a 14-game winning streak.
All right. Nice.
Let's see what time it is. They're playing right now. So tonight they're going for 15. So my shout out is the Boston Red Sox.
All right. Are they in Boston tonight or traveling?
No, they're
Okay.
in Baltimore.
All right. Good. 'Cause I
Um,
think they'd be rained out here.
But I think it's raining there too. So I don't know if
okay.
I don't know if they're going to get the game in. But shout out to the Red Sox because a lot of people had them dead and buried
Yeah.
this season, and they stunk. They were really playing terribly, but they've turned it around. It's a lot of young guys, and so I think summer is a lot better around Boston and New England when the Red Sox are in it.
I agree.
So
I agree.
So my shout out goes to the Boston Red Sox. Talk to me in a month. We'll see how they're doing. But right now, they're giving me a lot of enjoyment, a lot of entertainment. So there you go.
All right.
My shout down is kind of along the first thing you're talking about. It has to do with energy, and it's our freaking energy bills, whether it's electric or gas.
Yeah.
We're getting screwed.
Mhm.
This whole delivery thing.
Yeah.
You get your usage cost, and then they give you this delivery fee, and it's more than you know. And so I use gas for heat and hot water, and I use electric for everything else.
Okay.
And so in the winter, my gas bill is for this house, as you might imagine, old creaky house like this, drafty.
Mhm.
It's high, and I look at it, and the delivery, like I said, is more than my usage. It's nonsense. And then in the summer, I use hardly any gas
Mhm.
just for hot water.
Yeah.
But then, you're using the mini splits for air conditioning a little bit. So in the summer, my electric goes up a little bit, and my electric doubled from last year.
No kidding.
Yeah. And
So like July or whatever, I guess it would be June of last
yeah,
year to June,
yeah.
doubled?
The cost. Now,
Right. Okay.
some of that is now I'm charging my car.
Okay.
So some
Yep.
of that is that.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm looking at the kilowatt price
Yep.
per hour, and it's gone way up. It's gone way
Wow.
up. So
Okay.
so we're getting screwed. We're getting
Yeah.
screwed. So I'm sure everybody has the same gripe there, but my shout down is utility companies saying that they care about, costs. They don't care.
No.
They're out to get you. And then this whole delivery thing is a sham.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen a lot of things online about people getting their bills, and then there's also like this town infrastructure stuff on some of them. And yeah, I don't understand how it all works, but it's expensive.
Yeah. So my shout out is the Red Sox. My shout down is our bills for energy.
Nice. That's very, very varied. I love it.
All right. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if it's the first time you're watching, please subscribe, please comment, please share it, please like it, and go back and watch episode 1, because we took you to what this house looked like over 330 years ago. So you might find some interest there. But we're going to keep pumping them out.
We got stuff to say.
We got stuff to say, stuff to show you.
Yep.
Again, Cape Cod, sandwich, characters. We're going to bring on guests.
Yep.
So we'll have like the Ed McMahon thing where I'll tell Mark to move down.
Right, exactly.
and
Shuffle
we'll
down,
put
right?
the guest over here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So thanks for watching.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.